Hello, hello everyone. Getting ready to get started just about now. Hello. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of drawing, catching up on some drawing, and then by 11 p.m., which is in about 45 minutes, we'll be doing the theme reveal of the Global Game Jam. More on that later. And firstly, we're going to be finishing up this wolf. This is really close, so I think I can probably knock this out before that special event at 11 starts. So just looking at it now, this part down here immediately jumps out as something I want to fix. Let me take a look at what I'm doing there, which is rounding out the jawbone of this. So I'm going to grab this color and sort of dig into that there. Then I want to take this next lightest color and sort of cut upwards into it, and this should be probably a thinner brush. So I want to curve on this chin here up and then back down again for that cheek. Something like that. Yep, that's a better shape. Just going to make sure the rest of that color is a little bit darker. That brightness is making it stand out a bit. Hey, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Solid Valentine. I recognize you. Are you participating in the game jam? Also, it's been a while. I'm curious what you've been working on. If you've been working on any games lately or anything else like that. I know you were doing a lot of 3D modeling and stuff too. Let's see, what color is that gonna need to be? You're doing good? Good to hear. So darker, but not too dark. Like that is too dark. Let me see. That's the same shade. Yes. Oh gosh, what was that yes in answer to? Was it what did I ask? Was it about 3D modeling? Just gonna dig into that just to lessen the amount of that darker value. Oh, you've been making a fighting game. I love fighting games. I made a very small prototype of one last year. But didn't, for whatever reason, continue on it. But it works, and you can fight each other. The yes was to the game jam. Cool. Yeah, they're doing it a little differently this year. Instead of revealing the theme on Friday, which people can wait until Friday if they don't want to hear the theme yet. But I guess with everybody all remote and time zones and whatever, they just want it to be flexible for everyone. So they're letting people see the theme early, which honestly I think I like. Like even if you don't start working yet, you can start thinking about it. Or it's just, it's just more flexible to more people. Like they can choose to look at the theme, not look at the theme, work on it, not work on it. Some team members work on it first, get more team members later, etc. I think it's a little too bright under the chin now. It's kind of flattening into the face. I'm curious about your fighting game. What sort of fighting game it is and all that. The fighting game I worked on last year, which was very small. Oh, it exists. It exists. I have a link. I forgot about that. It was a fighting game that was supposed to be really simple. There were only 3 moves: punch, kick, and counter, and it was basically rock, paper, scissors. Each move beat the other move. So it was 100% about footsies and Yomi. That's the link to what it was. No Biden, how are you doing? We're just hanging out here. I'm killing time a little bit by finishing up this drawing of a wolf. A little closer to 11, we're going to be talking about the global game jam and the actual theme of it. What are you up to, No Python? Yep, I think that's a good change. I'm just going to do that to the rest of it. Under the chin. You are looking for some inspiration for your Blender project. I am 100% terrible with 3D. But your Blender project, I assume the way you phrase that, it sounds like it's a project in progress, like you've started already? The edge of this should be a little fuzzier. Oh, you got a link too. Let's see. Fight EXE. This is cool. Can I show it on the screen a little bit? Let's look at this together. Okay, Fight.exe, a downloadable game. A hidden machine in a forbidden arcade in South Nevada. Rumors of a lost fighting game. I like the lore here already. Known to draw madness from its players. Soon ROMs of the game have surfaced, but needs to run in a custom emulator. Interesting. You're just starting to make the switch from Maya to Blender. It's a city block that I started a week ago. It's almost halfway finished. Do you have some form of a link or some way we can look at it? If you do, feel free to share. So this is a traditional fighting game that has something for new and veteran players. Special moves performed by one button, but can be enhanced with motion inputs. So we got a light and a heavy punch, light and a heavy kick. We got two specials, and this special can be changed with back and forward quarter circles, and you've got meter, okay? And the other special can be changed with back. What's up special? What's U special and J special? Oh, that's the key. Okay, the keyboard key. Forward gap, back gap. Okay, you got a lot of moves going on here. And a super when you have full meter. Cool, like the operating system aesthetics. Looks like you got a decent amount of progress in here. Oh, combo hype counter too? Hey Dark Saint, how's it going? Redvine, how are you? Just taking a look at Solid Valentine's fighting game prototype that they're working on. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, you did quite a bit of work on this. Got all these animations and effects in there. You used the UFE plugin. This build is from some of the stock assets are still in there. How are you feeling about the progress? Dark Serenade, I'm good. I was just before looking at this, I was just finishing up on the wolf drawing. At what time is it? At 11 or just before 11, we're going to be looking at something special for a special event that's happening this weekend, which is the Global Game Jam. Very cool. I am looking forward to seeing this, to trying it actually. I will try it later. Yeah, good job, Solid Valentine. Oops. But yeah, we are going to be at 11, going to be looking at the secret theme of Global Game Jam, which is online this year, but normally it's an event. It's a 48-hour event where people get together and make games together for just one weekend. And last year we had just under 90 participants at our site. So it looks like it's about a week, less than a week away. Looks like it'll probably be a similar number of people signing up. But yeah, so how do I look at last year's? I don't know, but people all over the world are doing it at the same time. So I believe 900 locations did it last year. And it just means thousands of people are doing it at the same time. And it's all based on one same theme. And we're going to find out what that theme is at 11. So right now, just doing a little drawing up until that moment. And yeah, we usually host it in New Jersey in a physical location. But, you know, because of everything, we're doing it online and it's on our Discord. How are you doing, Dark Serenade? What have you been up to? Solid Valentine has been slow the last month because of computer troubles. Okay, sorry to hear that, but it's starting to pick back up. And Redvine, you had a long day at school, so you are very tired. Well, I hope you get some good rest tonight, at least. The days can be... days. Days are days. I'm pretty close on this wolf. I'm thinking I can finish it before all of that starts in... oh, actually, really soon. That's kind of a stray mark. I'm just going to erase it rather than incorporate it. What else did I want to do here? I think I want to model the inside of the eye a little bit. It's looking a little solid white. I think I wanted to darken part of the cheek a little too, to give it a little depth. It's looking a little flat. So I want to take this light gray color and add a little more of it here. And you had classes all day, but you're just getting set up to stream for the night. What are you streaming today? Use a smaller brush stroke. Dark Serenade, thank you so much for that raid the other day. Yesterday. My sense of time is sometimes a little off. For sure that was yesterday though, I believe. Oops, my computer's freezing up again, and this is why I ordered that RAM. Oh yeah, gotta wait for it to catch up. Yeah. I ordered more RAM this morning, and I should be getting it by the end of the week. Shoutouts to Scritics for helping me understand what to get and what all the numbers mean when you're selecting RAM. Hey, what's up, Uncle Peter? You're gonna play some ranked league, but not sure yet. I liked how you know that you're gonna stream, but not sure what you're gonna stream yet. Flexible. I think you mentioned something about letting your viewers help you decide. I think I overdid it on the darkness of there. You actually play whatever you feel like playing. Uncle Peter, what's up with y'all? Just doing a little drawing here. I wanted to do something about this eye. I think I'm going to actually change the placement of the pupil also. It's a little bit like looking directly at us. I don't think I like that so much. I want it to look forward a little bit. Kind of creeping me out. So that is going to be a little more forward facing, yeah. a little rounder. Okay, yeah, I'm a little more comfortable with the direction he's looking right there. Yeah, I know. Wait, one of you said it's your last semester. Congrats on that. Wait, is it both of your last semester? Uncle Peter, you're saving up for a cartoon gorilla drawing. I can do another one. Here's a gorilla that Baldy requested. He just said a gorilla, so I did a, what's it called? Silverback? But if you want a different type of gorilla or something, you know, just list it out in the requests. You could also be specific about what the gorilla is doing or whatever. Like Ara requested a crying injured crab rather than just a crab. So I gave her that. It's a crying injured crab. So if you want something specific about your drawing, just let me know. Hey Faded, what's up? You want a cow? You gotta save up those balloons, those brown balloons. Channel points are below the chat bar. You have enough for a drawing, but you have no idea what animal to pick. By the way, it also does not have to be an animal. I know it says an animal and that all the other drawings are animals. But, yeah, if it's like a thing or a creature or a something, yeah, I'll draw anything. I'll draw anything except for this eye because I'm not paying attention to my drawing. Okay. There should also probably be like a little bit of a notch there. I think that's too light actually. Use the second darkest color for this. Nope. Let me use the third darkest color for this. Just a little bit of a notch in there, yeah. Do I draw like characters? Yeah. Like a stormtrooper, yeah, totally, I could do that. Someone requested Chewbacca. So I have Chewbacca, a few requests down on my list. As well as Snorlax on a skateboard. Stachosaurus, a fictional dinosaur. So yeah, I could totally do a stormtrooper. Oh, hold on. We got a request in here also. A crying Charmander Pokemon. I know what a Charmander is. We can definitely do a crying Charmander. Why do people want to see crying animals? Aura requested a crying crab because she was sad. Are you sad, Faded? Ooh, we got a stormtrooper request. Okay, that is on the list as well. Pineapple juice is your safe word. Is that why you were saying it in Discord? I gotta watch the time. It's already 10:40. I actually am really almost done with this wolf though. I wanted to get the second brightest color in on part of this eye to make it feel more rounded. I think there would be like kind of a bit of a shadow to the lid on that eyeball. Feel a little rounded. And then back here, oops, not that color. I think the edge of this should be a little smaller there. And the edge over here can be a little narrower. color on this dark part can be softened a little bit. Okay, let's see that. Okay, cool. Now that I look about it, this left edge is also a bit sticking out a bit much, so I'm just gonna shave it down a little bit. And then we should be pretty close. You don't know if you spelled it right, that's why you said Pokemon. Yeah, we all saving these balloons. Who requested this animal? The one I'm drawing right now? The wolf? This wolf was requested by Dark. The darky who, better known as Dark. People call him Dark. He calls himself Dark. No Python, thank you for the follow. Marka, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Now that I look at it, that is a really thick left edge there. I am definitely gonna try to soften that out. Is it this color? I want a lighter color than that. Just make it kind of like fuzzy. And then use the white to make that edge kind of less hard. It really sticks out a lot, so I'm just going to erase more off the left side. It's 10:43, it's getting close to that time where we talk about the game jam. Thank you for those Doritos, I was getting hungry. Let me check this against a background, a solid color background. Yep, now that I look at it like that, some of those edges really need to soften up. So a little bit here on the right side. What layer is this on? I can get away with just doing it like that. And this layer here. Hey, Marka. You are on a... What's going on? You're on a different account? It's 10:45. Let me check my Discord. Looks like people are beginning to enter into the Discord call, so I'm just gonna finish up what I'm doing right here. See some stray pixels. What layer is that on? I used to not use Twitch that often myself either until a couple months ago. But actually a long time ago, I was on Twitch like every day. When I say a long time ago, I mean like, oh, I don't know, 2014 or like basically back around then, like several years ago. I was watching like a ton of speedrunning. I don't really watch much speedrunning anymore, but I used to watch a ton. And then yeah, after some time, for many years, I just did not use Twitch that much anymore. I used to also watch a lot of tournaments, like fighting game tournaments. But I sort of stopped watching a lot of that very much. And then now, especially with Among Us, I just started using Twitch a ton. And streaming itself, of course, not until pretty recently, for like the last month or so. A little more than a month. Am I going to be playing Valorant off stream tomorrow? I play Valorant off stream a lot. I never streamed Valorant yet. I don't know if I will because I'm bad at it. I don't think people want to watch me be bad at it. Just wondering, you might play, but you literally just install Valorant, so you suck at it. Yeah, I'm really bad. But yeah, I'm on a lot. Shui plays a lot. Let me see here. Am I close enough to calling that done? I'm gonna export it, see how it looks on the layout. And then I'm gonna pop right over back to the other thing. I'm gonna hop in that call to make sure. Hello. How's it going, everyone? You heard that my aim sucks. Yeah, my aim does suck. I'm getting to have good tactics, but my aim is bad still. My aim is getting better, but I mean I'm definitely getting better, but obviously you play something a lot, you're gonna get better at it. Yeah, I like it. Even if we're not gonna start working earlier, like just to have more time to think about it, I guess. Feels a little more relaxed. That's like the most common complaint about game jams too, right? Is people getting stressed and not being able to feel relaxed while doing it. So the fact that they're changing that and making it more flexible, I think is a good idea. Okay. Does Valorant have a crosshair? Because if it doesn't, that's probably why your aim sucks. Unfortunately, Valorant does have a crosshair. It has a fully customizable crosshair. So we can't really blame it on that. We're just bad. Practice is the way. Did you play first-person shooters before Valorant? Because I didn't. Like, really didn't. The last first-person shooter I played, and I didn't even really play it that much. I'm talking about like Halo 2 or something. Like, yeah, and it's not even the same, like with a controller or whatever. Then one with a mouse and all that. Okay, I'm gonna add this wolf to my screen. Downloads. Drawings, dark, wolf. Okay. Gonna set that aside and let's see. That is a wolf. He's a fuzzy little dog. Got a lot of dog requests coming up. There was the pug, yeah, and then the wolf, I guess, is a kind of a dog. But a Yorkie is coming up, and yeah, there were some other dog requests coming up. Where can I put this dog? I mean wolf. I'm gonna have to start removing things from my layout. I'll put it here because I won't have the Discord overlay on because I'm not playing Among Us right now. But yeah, I can go there for now. You've never played Valorant before, you've just played Arsenal. I don't think I know Arsenal. Okay, I'm gonna minimize everything so I can share my screen. This whole thing is about to start pretty soon. Hey everyone. Is this anybody's first game jam? Okay, cool. And I guess everyone else has done one before. You're not in Discord right now, but this is your first game jam? Cool. Yeah, we're gonna hope people take it easy. Some people find game jams really fun, others find them really stressful. we're just gonna encourage everyone to take it real easy. Keep the game ideas real simple and small. Is anyone going to actually start working on it early? Or are we just checking out the theme and gonna sit and think about it for a while? Start work Friday? I might personally start a little early just so I can work a little less on the weekend. Spread it out a little more.
Should I share the YouTube link in the channel as well? I'm about to send out a reminder to everyone to gamejam.
Yeah, sure. Good thinking.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, hello.
So is it gonna be announced at 11?
Yes.
I'm excited. Why this time? Why this late?
Oh, I don't know, but it's the same time worldwide, so for sure, time zones. It's gonna be weird for. It's probably gonna be bad for most people. I don't know.
Yeah, what in what country is this a good time? Like
Good question. Hawaii?
Hawaii?
In Hawaii, this is like 5 p.m. or something.
Yeah, and it's like 11 a.m. somewhere in Asia, so that time.
Right.
Fair.
East
Oh
Coast
yeah,
is
that's not
11
bad.
p.m. the latest. The earliest is like Asia, like 11 a.m. This actually makes sense for like.
Feel sad for
Yeah.
people where it's like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, Europe and Africa.
I just like really want to know.
Well, on the other hand, it's early, like totally early. So probably most people aren't gonna start yet.
Yeah, I just wanna know.
Guys, you gotta wait till New Zealand starts jamming.
Oh no. Wait, New Zealand? Aren't they like first? I think it's Hawaii that's last. Even though they're like unless
Usually it's like New Zealand starts and then everyone like puts the theme online. Or like everyone like openly talks about the theme.
right.
Is it refreshing? Is this happening?
Yeah, this time it doesn't matter. They're just giving it out early. Yeah, it's about to happen. 10:59.
Alright.
So they give the theme at like the end of this. So I believe it'll take like
Are you kidding me? Is it really long?
no, I think it's like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In past years it's been really long. Oh, it's starting. Oh, they have a countdown.
It's so lame when a countdown starts at like 2 minutes. Who's gonna count down that long? Can you hear the audio? I can't. I hear your voice, but I don't hear the audio from the countdown.
Is there audio on the countdown?
Yes, there's music.
Oh, can you hear it?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm just watching on YouTube.
Oh.
There it is. Alright, it's gonna happen. You got 1K balloons. That is getting pretty close. Just 200 more, yeah. So in about 20 seconds, there's going to be some sort of opening remarks, some kind of welcome keynote, and then... Yep, a keynote speech, and the whole thing should take, I think, about 10 minutes, and then they're going to give everybody the secret theme. Here we go. Hey, what's up, Soul?
It is gonna be like 10 minutes of keynotes and sponsors, isn't it?
At least they made it shorter.
Using built-in construction kits that come preloaded with game logic, UI, and no-fuss multiplayer for the most popular genres. You can remix and mod an existing game for your friends or create a masterpiece from scratch. No coding is required. With the help of our online tutorials, you can make your first game in 10
Hey, Anthony, how's it going?
When you're ready, your game will be instantly hosted on the core platform where it can be discovered and played by gamers.
We are checking out the Global Game Jam surprise theme.
Creators options to help them find an
It's
audience
about to
and
start.
make money from their games. To get started creating games, go to coregames.com, register, download and install Core, and start your journey into game development with our free Core Academy courses.
That was pretty cool.
Imagine. What's up, potato?
Oh shit, we should do that.
Wait. Did it say there was a prize?
There's a prize. There's like a 10K prize.
Hey.
Roblox 2.0.
That screen went by so fast. I was still reading the top half. I didn't realize the bottom half spelled out a prize. Can I explain what a game jam is to you? Of course. A game jam is a short-term event, usually 48 hours, where people will receive a surprise theme. And then once they find out what the theme is, they'll form groups and then make a game together. And 48 hours is a really short time, so it's about making a very small game, trying new ideas, whatever. In short, yeah, it's really that simple. Surprise theme, people make a game. I've done it a whole ton of times. I've hosted it for 5 years in a row now, I think. This I still don't think is the theme yet. I think there's still like warming up with footage from... Oh, this is footage from games made in past years, I think, maybe. So is this one still 48 hours? Technically, no. Technically, yes. I don't know. The website is kind of like both ways about it. I think the option is there for people who just want to stick to the normal 48 hours, but they wanted to give the theme early to allow people who want to work early the flexibility to do so. So, yeah. Hey, Waking Oni, how's it going? Thank you for that raid. How are you doing? Shoutouts to Waking Oni. Streamer, game developer. You should check out the game that Waking Oni is working on. Onsen Master. And you have been playing Hitman 3. We are actually, I don't know if you're participating in Global Game Jam, but we are about to see the theme. They're telling us the theme early this year. If you are the type to wait until Friday for the theme, then you might want to watch out for the spoilers here. Scritics, we don't know what the theme is yet. It's gonna be revealed in a matter of minutes. Probably after she's done talking. Hey Seska, how's it going? And how was your stream? Thanks so much for coming along. Before this, I was just doing a little drawing. Just finished up this wolf. Good little doggy. That was requested by Dark. Been doing a bunch of art streams, and the results of that are sort of around the layout right now. I should clean that up, but thank you, thank you. I've never played a Hitman game, but they look fun. I don't know if you can all hear this. I should use my animals for a BRB screen. Yeah, I just have this this really boring one down here, like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Well, hello, friends. My name is Guy Blumberg, also known as...
Now, Skirtix. These are important people saying important things, I suppose.
Now, I used to run big events like PAX, EGX, Comic-Con, and you remember those things, right? Physical events. Well,
This is a pretty big event, Skirtix. I think last year there were 930 locations, so it means many thousands of people. Many thousands of people. And then at the site that I organized, it was about 90 people last year, and we'll see how many people this year. I think it'll be a similar number this year, if not more. I am in a little box.
So I reached out to friends from the US, the UK, and Germany to help run it. I talked to a friend in Australia who built the Discord for it. I partnered with organizers of other events in Germany, South Africa, Sweden, Indonesia, China.
Who's on my team? I'm working with GJ and Christine Foran, Magic Doogies. I don't know, maybe some other people too. We'll see. People haven't really formed teams yet. Global Game Jam is the biggest in-person game jam. There are some online game jams like Ludum Dare and Game Maker's Toolkit Jam that are larger in terms of number of participants. But as far as in-person game jams, it's the largest by far. Normally we go somewhere, yeah, but not this year because of the lockdown. So this year, the way it worked was every like state or location had like a site, a location that people would go to. And yeah, no, not this year. This year everybody's doing it online. So I used to host it. Usually I host in a location in New Jersey. Everybody's saying hello. And we had like 90 people at our New Jersey location. We were the biggest site in New Jersey. And then this year we're just doing it on our Discord server.
to take this moment before it even gets more chaotic to send you all back to your breakout rooms. But thank you all for joining, and for everyone at Geek and the GGG
Oh,
organizers.
and am I gonna stream all of it? I'm gonna stream, yeah, like most of it.
Part of the global game jam with friends,
Um,
colleagues, and complete strangers.
I'm gonna be streaming on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so obviously I'll be showing off like parts of what I'm working on, but I'll also be getting other teams who want to show it to screen share and show what they're working on too. Okay, I think the theme. I think this means the theme is coming up right after this credits roll. Yeah, it's really fun in person.
Wait, did I miss the theme? I see credits.
No, I think it means the theme is right after the credits. I think.
Yeah, it's at the end, so it'll be after.
We're gonna be screening this again on Friday because most people are gonna be just showing up on Friday. Okay, here's the theme video. Tanner, thank you for the follow. Good games the other day, yesterday, and the day before.
I guess I can touch.
TD, what is this that we're watching? This is regarding a special event that's happening this weekend, Global Game Jam. You're here just in time for the theme revelation. This video is explaining the theme to us. And this theme is what a bunch of people around the world are going to be making a game about. They're going to be making a video game about whatever this theme is.
Connection. Connect 4.
You already had a connection one last year.
I like that subtitle. Oh, it just said, oh my god, for a while. Looks like Mother Nature.
Searching.
Direction?
Direction. It's like metal detector, finding a penny, finding a needle, haystack.
So this weekend I'm going to be streaming.
Like digging out, like finding the valuable thing.
Lost and found.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, yeah. So this weekend, basically thousands of people are going to be making a very small game based on the concept of lost and found.
Hidden object games.
Yeah, right. Tons of stuff like involving hiding is
Yeah, anything finding, searching, collecting.
Cool.
everything
Thanks
from
for
like
organizing this, guys.
Oh yeah, anytime. Thanks for being part of it. So who? Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by. For anybody that's still looking for team members, go ahead and use that Jam Team forming channel. And otherwise, we're going to be thinking about and working. Well, I don't know how much we're going to be working this week, but yeah, just drop your ideas into the chat. We'll be around.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We do have room for one more on our team if anybody is looking for a team.
Oh yeah, what were you looking for? Or like what?
Like most skills covered. We've got Jeff on audio, me and Raph on like art slash programming, mostly art, and then Henry and Raph both do programming, I think. But I don't know,
Just
game
putting it out
design,
there.
whatever.
If anybody, any team needs like a writer, I'm your man. I'm gonna be probably working on my own thing, but I can also help other people with their stuff in terms of writing if you ever need like assistance.
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and thanks for sharing your last year's game in that channel. I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
chance to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it after the last jam, and over that following spring, I was like, you know what? Let me turn this into like a fullish game. So
Yeah.
it's called Tomorrow Park. It's a text-based game I made in Twine. If anybody's interested, you can play it directly on your browser on itch.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone
Mine
that's
is really interesting
that?
to me.
yeah, Twine's a really good tool. Anyone that's looking for a team to join, it might also help to post an example of your work either in that channel or the share your work channel. It might help people.
All right, good night, y'all. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Um,
See you soon.
Good night, everybody.
Good
See
night.
you at time.
Okay, so this lost and found theme. Potato, you got any ideas yet?
Man, I hope if anybody's lost without a team, hope they find one.
No cool, Potato. TD, this is not my job exactly. This is a yearly annual event, and I am the one of the event organizers, which is not to say that I am the boss. This is a large global event. There are 900 such organizers. I just run the location in New Jersey. We had 90 people last year participating at our site in New Jersey. And yeah. I can show, what can I show? I can show the thing. So this is the page for my location. Hosting it in New Jersey. And we've got 59 people signed up at ours, but obviously the event hasn't started yet, so people will still be signing up. And you still don't know what it is, so what's going to happen, we just saw that surprise theme, Lost and Found. People are going to be thinking about it for a little while. And then starting on Friday, they're going to be working on making a game, a small game. And they have to make it within 2 days. And then everybody around the world is making a game on this theme. And then so on Sunday, there's just going to be like hundreds, thousands of new games, very, very small games. A lot of crazy ideas out there are going to come out of this, and it just happens every year. So, Potato Muncie, you have no clue what you would do with this theme, but are you still doing that PowerPoint thing? You're going to make it out entirely within PowerPoint? Sounds fun if you're into indie games. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the type of person that would be interested in this and the results of it. It will be in Google Slides. Yeah, actually, on top of that theme, there was also a bunch of like extra bonus constraints. Which are listed here, like for example, make all the graphics in the game using ASCII art, or use photographs as part of your art style, or make your game in a pointillist art style. These are all obviously optional constraints that you could add on to make it harder for yourself. There was one I kind of liked in here. Where was it? It was called Snail's Pace, I think. There it is. Your game is designed to be played over multiple days and cannot be sped up. So I was thinking, before I heard the theme, I was thinking of maybe doing like something that would work on Twitch, like on a Twitch layout. And then when I saw this, I was like, okay, well, that could be like an incremental game or an idle game that would just take multiple streams to finish or to grow something, or somehow you would grind it over time, over a long time. This works well with the PowerPoint idea. Thank you for the noodles, Peter. Uncle Peter, always providing with that food. Where are you getting these emotes? You had the Dorito emotes too before. Yeah, we make pretty small games in here through this. Oh, you have a great idea. Okay, you lose your car keys and you have work the next day. So you spend the next 24 hours, takes a real life 24 hours, looking for your keys, and then you go to work with no sleep. TD, this sounds like, is this just something that happened to you recently? It's oddly specific. Very specific. Let me see, is there... I guess to help explain it, I could show you something I've made in the past year. And not to get like super high expectations, because the things people make are definitely going to be pretty small. But I have since seen some really amazing, really creative games come out of this. I have to like remember the URL. .com/. So for example, this is, it was 2 years ago. This isn't last year's one. I made this one 2 years ago. The theme was, had to do with home. So this is a simple physics stacking puzzle game where you're supposed to get the blue blocks, the blocks with the blue outline, into the blue outline spots. But, you know, you gotta stack your way up there, so let's see. Put it like that. Stack that on that. And you're basically making a house. You're making a home for these little animals here. So when you get that success, you can move your tenant in, just this little cow here. There, you made your little house for the animal. There's a bunch of levels. And this was, I'm doing this super easy because I know all the answers already. I've watched people fail to figure out how to do it, as puzzle games are. Giraffe's house. Thank you. You want to see how hard it gets? In fact, why don't you, instead of me showing you all the answers, why don't you just try it? You could try that if you want. Works on mobile. Works on your mobile phone too. That was kind of a goal. These days, I've been trying to have like a goal before even knowing what the theme was. So this before hearing what the theme was, we knew we were like, okay, we want to make a game that works on mobile also, mobile web. And we saw the diversifier list before we saw the theme, and we knew we wanted to make a puzzle game. So it was going to be a mobile puzzle game. And then we saw what the theme was, which was home, something to do with home. It wasn't like just the word home. It was like a phrase that had the word home in it, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But this is about making questionable looking houses for animals. Yeah, I have seen some people have quite a lot of difficulty with some of these levels, and I have seen other people just kind of get them no problem. I think there's 9 levels, but that's sort of the scale and the scope of what you can expect in a game jam. And this one came out pretty clean. I've definitely seen some disasters. I've definitely taken part in making some disasters that don't work very well, and that's okay. That's all part of the thing. That's part of the fun. What home means to you? Yes, that's what it was. Let me see if I can pull up another one. Your middle name is Disaster? I didn't know that. We have the same middle name. What a coincidence. Okay. Got another one. Ooh, that volume's kind of loud. Should be okay for you, though. Let's see if I remember how to play this one. The theme here was transmission. And again, before knowing the theme, I had something in mind. Which was I was playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation 1. And I wanted to make something that somehow had something to do with that kind of Castlevania mechanics. So like you have attack, and then up and attack gives you like the item that you use. Here's holy water style item. I don't know how well you know that game. Also, the game is difficult. And items come out of lanterns. It's another like Castlevania type of thing. Holy water bounces off of owls, so it doesn't work. Let's see. Oh yeah, double tap to run. I'm gonna get wrecked. What does this theme have to... What does this have to do with the transmission theme? You'll see at the end of the level. Oh gosh. Oh, I just got hit in the head. Okay, let's see. There's the boss. Man, I'm out of items. I'm gonna... Oh man, okay, I did not beat the boss. You're confused on level 3. Was it waves? Yeah, it was transmission. This one was waves. Did I do the waves one? I don't remember. Let me see. You've matched the 3 bricks up, but you can't complete it. Do I have to show you how to do everything, TD? You're talking about this level, right, TD? Yeah, no? Are you maybe like slightly off? No, I don't know. It's pretty generous. And then, no? Get the little elephant in the house. Oh yeah, you can't block the where the elephants. You can't block where the animal's supposed to go. So it'll be flashing red if yeah, I didn't mention that when I was explaining the rules. So you gotta build like around where the animal's supposed to go. That would explain it. Potato, you're going to construe the Lost and Found into what you were thinking of earlier. The moveset looks like it's Belmont specials from Smash Ultimate. But that game precedes Smash Ultimate. You heard it here first. They copied. I was also alerted to another instance of Nintendo copying us. What's that Pokemon? There's like a cute sheep Pokemon. All right, TD, now you'll complete all 9 easy. Yeah, Wooloo. Someone alerted me to this copyright infringement. I did file suit, but I haven't heard back yet. I sent multiple cease and desists. There's been multiple. Yeah, I sent a cease and desist to all of them. I mean, if they're gonna be trigger happy with it. Let me honestly see if I can, where is my volume mixer? Let me first turn on the volume on that. Oops. Yeah, I am going to get past my warm-up round here. Get my timings down. Oh, wow. Oh, hard reset. Hard reset. Yeah, it's a very difficult game. That was definitely the biggest criticism of it. Doesn't look like it's supposed to be a difficult game. People say it looks like it's supposed to be a cute game. I acknowledge that. Oh, rip. Banana went over. Look at this. Just don't get hit. Apples are OP. I think apples are like probably the most useful. Oh, in the head. There was originally supposed to be a feature where you can duck. But it did not make it in the cut due to time. I gave up the apples for the seltzer, unfortunately. Because those apples have a lot of utility. I didn't even use them once. Ugh. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can't hold on to these seltzer bottles because they're actually the most effective on the boss. The music is by Elisa Menes. The track sort of builds up the further you get into the level with more percussion and stuff. Alright, here we go. Look at that. 5 hits. Just need to be patient. There we go. And I can't remember if my items carry over to the next level, but I'm going to collect them all anyway. Okay. There we go. So we send the transmission. You can turn bricks around? No. You cannot turn bricks around. That's right, it's awkward TD. Oh, okay. Items do not carry over. Apples are good, but I believe they don't work on turrets. I believe they bounce off. Yeah, alright. Oh, that's a bad situation. I keep getting seltzers. I can see why people said this game... Oh, crap. I can see why people said this game was hard. It's really difficult. 48 hours is not a lot of time to balance your game. Dope. I almost got bodied right there. Oh, who shot me from behind? Okay, well there's only 3 levels. It's extremely difficult. That was the idea. I was playing Castlevania for like a week before that event. What am I doing this time? This time I was definitely thinking more along the lines of idle / incremental game. How are you doing, TD? Did you make it past this level? Oops. This level. The game I made last year, I won't really be able to demonstrate it very well because it is a 4-player party game. I don't think I was too happy with it either, anyway, the way it came out. But that happens a lot. Yeah, you're on level 5 or 6 now? Wait a minute. Right, okay. It's a sheep with a hat. An idle game about cats that are lost and found. Idle game about cats makes me think of Neko Atsume. This is level 5. I'm not gonna... You're on level 5 or 6. I'm not gonna spoil this for you. Yeah, totally not Neko Ats. What did I make the previous year? I didn't do waves. What was I doing that year? I was doing something else that year. And then, did I do something the year prior to that? I must have. There were definitely some disasters in there. The year before that, I made a, oh yeah, it was a custom controller. It was a alternative controller game. Alternative controller rhythm game. Last year was Repair. This was what we worked on. It was a 4-player party game where robots earn pennies to afford to repair themselves. Where's my link? I gotta download. Hold on. I know I got an actual link somewhere here. It's not really gonna work though. I'm gonna play all 4 characters by myself. It had some really banging music though. I don't think I even remember the controls. What were they? Oh, QWERTY. Robots will take damage each turn and will repair in the number of coins that they have. What were the controls? I think it was just 2 buttons, and then press both buttons to reverse your gravity. And you collect coins. And if you fall off, you die. And the more people die, the faster paced it gets. And then so... got 1 person getting all the coins. Oh, until everybody's dead. And then all robots take damage every day. And then only the person with coins, however many coins you have, you repair that amount. And then what was it? Oh yeah, there was a different minigame for each day. This one was a little buggy. And there's no way I'm going to play all 4 characters at once. Who's this one? Yeah. Jump over the bomb, catch the coin. And I believe that's 3 eliminated. 1 survivor. And we have a winner, which is the deer. Sakurai plays multiple characters at once. Is that true? Are you talking about during like Nintendo Direct? Because I actually don't know what you're referring to. But yeah, that's sort of the scale and the scope of the games that the ones that I've been working on each game jam and what they can sort of get to. I've seen some game jams where they make seemingly like really well-made games. But I guess no matter what, you have, even if it's really well made, you have to make them like pretty simple in concept. Not chase after too many like ideas. Let's see. So this wolf is finished. I've got it in the top corner. I feel like I should make it slightly larger. I'm gonna have to do something about my layout. Like I'm gonna have to remove some of these. Because I'm definitely running out of space for the animals. Imagine scoping small. That's the dream. That's the goal. Oh, people are looking for team members in the Discord. Exciting. So let's see. Now that I'm done with the wolf, I will move on to the elephant. Yeah, you like the parrot level? I believe it's a toucan. Yep, no bricks on the floor for that level. Is the toucan the last level? I think there's one more level after the toucan. I believe you're on 8 out of 9, right? Looks like you are a real gamer, TDJ. Puzzle games are no problem for you. That was actually a challenge. I've never made a puzzle game like that before, so that was... I think that was part of what I was thinking. A lot of these events are good to like sort of challenge yourself to do something you've never done before. I never made a party game like that before. I never made a puzzle game like that year, and well, I've made plenty of platformers before. But this year, definitely interested in exploring some idle game mechanics. I found puzzle design to be kind of hard because it was very easy to make a puzzle that was very easy, and it was very easy, I guess, to make a level that was insanely hard, but like nobody would enjoy. So there was a little bit of playtesting and such after the jam actually ended to make some minor changes to some of those levels. And then I think I reordered some of them because some of the levels that I wanted them to go in level, obviously from easier towards harder levels. And I think I ended up reordering some of them to for the sake of that. Let me see if I can't get a little done on this elephant. Toucan level down. To be honest, you think you're pretty bad at puzzles, but maybe you're not. I don't like puzzles. I don't like puzzle games. So cheers to you for sticking it out. Maybe that was part of the challenge too. I generally don't like playing puzzle games. They're either the kind where it's like hand-designed puzzles that make you feel kind of I get frustrated and feel dumb for being unable to like solve the puzzle, and then invariably I quit because the levels keep getting harder and harder, and then eventually I quit because, you know. Or they're the other type of puzzle, like the infinite puzzle, like you know, like Candy Crush or something, or like that whole like style of like the puzzle just goes on forever. And then that frustrates me in like sort of a very different way, where I feel it. You don't like puzzles, but we made it so that you want to beat it. Okay, good. I think that was some of the thought, that the puzzle, even if it was hard, there were only like, you know, there were like fewer than 10 pieces. So how hard could it be? You have to try. You would get it eventually if you kept trying. Wanted to make it a little bit unassuming. At least that was some of the thought. Anyway, it did not convince me to make more puzzle games. Making that is it tells you a little bit more about yourself and what you're willing to make more of versus not make more of. And yeah, it was a good time. I got a lot out of it. It was a good learning experience. An option to put things to the side. Yeah, that would make sense. That is a good idea. Because they start getting in the way of each other when you're trying to move them around, right? Yeah, exactly. Alright, let me establish the main color of this elephant, which is this bright part of the ear, which is the same bright on the back side here, where all the sun is hitting. And then we've got this bright part of the leg, just a little bit there, and over there. Bits of the trunk and face. Mainly the right side that's catching the light, the top. Some more of the top there. I feel for you, TD, I really do. I've watched many players play it. Just as part of the testing process, I just like to watch. I just like to put it in front of them and watch, and not like talk to them. They ask me questions, I don't answer them. I just like to watch them do it. And I have seen many a person struggle, specifically with the physics of accidentally knocking up knocking a piece off that they've already placed. And I feel bad for you all. Is it something that I'm going to fix? No. I've moved on to other things. I mean, I tried to tone it down. I'm using a physics engine, Box 2D, and to some extent, there's what like comes out of the box, so to speak, in terms of, and then there would be getting real deep into it and really changing how some of those things fundamentally work. And I was able to dampen and to lessen some of the effects, but to really give people what they really want would have become like a job. So sometimes you just gotta make the call and move on. Yeah. We extracted a lot of value out of that game. If you remember Potato, I was mentioning the thing that basically won us a trip to a free trip to Hawaii. That was that. We met the creator of Tetris, Alexei Pajitnov, as well as his business partner Hank Rogers, and that was kind of a surreal experience. They have so much money out of Tetris that their offices are in Hawaii and they live there, and it's freaking amazing. How's it going, Z? Yeah, Lost and Found. At first, I was a little like, "Oh, that's very direct," and I couldn't get my mind off of like the Lost and Found box, like where you return lost items to. But which is good that they show all that stuff in that video. Because if it was just the phrase "lost and found" and go and do it, then we'd probably all be making stuff with lost and found boxes. But really, anything, it could really just be lost, honestly, or just finding, seeking, and it would kind of, you could use the theme just as flexibly. So I'm trying to not get caught up on the idea of a lost and found box, and just thinking about searching for items, which is actually a pretty common thing in video games. Finding items and collecting them and keeping them, or something like that. I guess lost items aren't always necessarily part of it, but yeah. You just woke up? Good morning to you. Now I've got this, which is, what is it, the second lightest gray, which will be sort of the front of the knee here. Maybe some of the shadow here, but that's gonna get darker behind, darker. And then I forgot a section here where it's gonna be pretty bright. Down here on the foot too. The darker bits will be here, here. And the dark shadows and inside here are just going to be even darker. Just going to paint through really fast. You're planning on making a trivia game show with a narrative. Are you talking about in Google Slides? You are fast with your idea. I'm still like percolating here. You cheated a little, something you've been thinking about making. It's not cheating, and this is the perfect opportunity. Events like this are the perfect opportunity to get something out of the way that's just sort of been in the back of your mind like that. I lost the color that I was using. It's this one. Bright patch here is going to be larger. Get some roundness. It's going to dip in there like that, I think. The ear is actually going to be mostly the brightest. I'm going to flatten it out a little bit, and the dark bits are going to be pretty small. I think just like sort of a section here, and just that there. Just keep it real quick. Maybe I'll try to make a point to do this elephant real fast style. It's been in your head for half a year. You start some groundwork in Unity for rigging, workflow, and yarn spinner stuff. But you don't have to deal with any of that in Google Slides. There you go. Genius. That sounds like a successful transition. Sounds like this last level is fucking you up, TD. You've been quiet for a while. I would be surprised if I remember the solution to the last level also. Yeah, you're getting there. I would offer to show you the answer when you give up, but you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just let it fester in your mind. Okay, let's get some of these darkest shadows in. Just be clean on the edge there. And there. I believe in you, TD. I think you'll be able to do it. So I'm just gonna go all the way along the left edge here, because I know I'll go cut into that again with the light color. What's this? Posting an image. Success! Good job. TD is a real puzzle gamer. Those are all the animals you made homes for. You're a beaver, by the way. I don't know if you recognized that. I will play the extra bird noises. Can you hear that? The bird noises from the game on top of my usual bird noises. Oh no, it goes away when I alt-tab. Maybe I can keep it on my second monitor here. There we go. Oh, were the bird noises too loud for you? I always put a mute button, and now these days a full volume control in my games, because people are listening to their own music, or they just don't want to hear it, or whatever. Oh, you live with a parrot. Yeah, all sorts of reasons. All sorts of reasons. So yeah, I always got a mute button, always got a volume control. I never know the situation of the person on the other side of the screen. And I never would have guessed random things like living with a parrot. It's non-stop bird noises for you. What's living with a parrot like? They repeat, they like learn your words, right? Does it ever like become problematic? Like the words that they say? Your sister's bird, she moved out, but she left the bird. Your aunt and neighbor had a parrot. So yeah, are there like funny situations where they say words that someone that they should not be saying or something? And that's why you also were troubled by that level, TD, where you build a house for what you thought was a parrot. You immediately said, this parrot, something about that parrot, even though it's a toucan. Is that PTSD? You've got baggage. The bird called your name once. So you went over to their house and you were like, what? And they said, no one called you. Oh gosh. Your parrot can't say anything. It just screeches. Okay. Maybe are there some parrots that don't mimic words? And you've got dogs too. Do you have pugs? It's very telling that you requested me to draw a pug and you didn't ask me to draw a parrot. You have a whippet and a laboratory. You really want a pug. Your last Labrador died last year, 9 years. I'm sorry to hear. We had a cat. I think she was also 9 years old, who passed away some time ago. Years ago now. It was longer ago. Yep. Miss her a lot. She would always wake me up early in the morning. Oh, don't be sad. Your cat gave up on waking you up. My cat was very aggressive about it. I mean, not ever in a mean way, I don't think. But she would always amp it up very, very gradually. Increase the pressure. And I think she was patient too. Like, I know she would come like right up and sit next to me and just kind of patiently wait. But then eventually, if I take too long, she would start doing things like a little paw on the ear. You know, sitting on my upper chest and staring right at my face and purring. And if I take a really long time, she would touch my eyelids. Hey, what's up, Diva? What am I drawing tonight? I finished the wolf that's in the top left now, and I'm working on this elephant. Oh, why am I doing that? I can show it here. Elephant now, wolf, calling it done. And yeah, elephant now. Just filling in the major blocks of darks and lights. And yeah. How are you doing, Diva? Just gonna fill that in and then create some shadow just sort of around it and inside. use a smaller brush for that. You're doing good, tired, but good. You've had a terrible experience with cats other than allergies, but you've never owned a cat, but when you had to babysit a cat, it was your auntie's, and it was the most evil creature you've ever seen. Oh no. Like I would be watching the TV and it would come up to you like it was wanting a fight. Oh no. Yeah, I've seen, I always hear stories about mean cats and stuff like that. But our cat was the sweetest thing. So, so nice. She was very friendly and kind. She was, I don't know, maybe it's a personality thing. Also, TD, was that a boy cat or a girl cat? From what I've seen, it seems like boy cats fight more. I don't know. I had a friend with 3 cats, 2 boys and a girl, and the girl acted very much like my cat. Just kind of aloof and chill and also like affectionate. But the 2 boy cats were always running around and being territorial on each other and like fighting each other. And when I visited them, they had recently had like a big bad fight, and so they were like separating them. His name was Cleo. Well, I'm not sure. Hopefully you'll sleep better tonight than last night. Did you not sleep well last night? Yeah, our cat was really, I guess, old too. She was like 9, 10 years old. Don't know the exact age because she was adopted. But she was pretty old. People thought she was a very young cat because she was tiny, very, very small cat. I always kind of forget how like small she is for a cat until I saw other people's cats. It's like, whoa, like your cats are big. Let me go here with broad brush, and then I'll do the finer painting in later. But I'm gonna leave that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you did not sleep well. Oh, you slept terribly. The kid refused to sleep. Woke you up again. With a sippy cup to your face, oh no. And then another storm woke you up at 6:30 and you've been up since. You must be very sleepy. I wish you much better rest tonight. How come no one has requested... I was about to say how come no one requested a cat, but I realized I did a lion and a leopard. Those are big cats. Okay, now this darkest dark area is going to start to get filled in. Yep. Actually, should I just jump straight to the hard black? Well, definitely the spot deep inside is gonna be very, very dark. And here too. You know what would be cool? Drawing the Marlboro Man. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Are you a fan of the Marlboro Man? A long time ago, I used to smoke Marlboro cigarettes. The regular ones. Reds, as they would call them. The ones that people would say are like, oh, too harsh. Then at some point, I tried American Spirits. I don't know if they have that in Europe. TD. Which were like, they were, I forgot what their deal was. I think they didn't have pesticides, something like that. And as a result, they were like different. But anyway, right, yeah, all that. Oh, yeah, you know them. Okay. I don't know, it just came to mind. It seems pretty badass. Yeah, effective marketing, I guess. But yeah, I haven't smoked. I quit smoking a very long time ago now. I quit smoking over 10 years ago, I think. No, wait. I can't remember. About 10 years ago? Okay, Potato, good luck on the game jam. Yes, I was in high school smoking, yep. It was a bad idea. You quit smoking going on 6 years ago. Congrats. I think I tried and failed quitting a lot of times, and then for some reason the last time it was like easy. It was like, wait, I don't like want it, or I don't know what I remember. It was really a psychological change. I think a bunch of the first times I tried to quit, I was just like not really thinking about it and being like, I tried doing it without much thought to it. And then the very last time I tried it, I was like, you know, reading about it, like looking at like reading books about it, and looking up stuff online and thinking about like how I would actually formulate like a plan for quitting, which was not really a plan. It was a cold turkey after all, but it was about it was definitely a different approach that I took that last time, and for some reason all those other times it was really, really difficult, and that last time it was basically really easy. I don't know. Am I trying to say that your smoking is a bad idea? I don't know. I'm not gonna impose my anything on you. But a lot of people say it's a bad idea. And it's definitely a bad idea for me. I was doing bad, like yeah, I was doing bad, like with it. I was like sick a lot, like you know, it was like really affecting my lungs noticeably. Like I was getting like all shortness of breath and all that stuff, and like all the visible effects of it. I basically needed to quit. For someone to quit, they need to want to quit. Exactly. I think that's a good way of putting kind of what I was trying to say earlier, that it was a psychological change. It was really a change in wanting to quit in a different way than simply just, I don't know, trying because I felt like I ought to or had to. That last time I really actually wanted to. And I think for a lot of there was, I don't know, I also say there was kind of like a psychological element to it too, because there was also some time when I thought I didn't want to quit, but I kind of examined my own thought process and was like, well, do I not really want to quit, or is that, basically my addiction convincing me that I enjoy it and don't want to quit yet? And so I had some of that going on for myself. So to me, part of that experience was like recognizing that, was recognizing that I did want to quit. This was also a long time ago now, so I'm trying to like remember how I felt or whatever. Warning labels, it doesn't stop people because we all know it's bad. Yeah, I don't know. Does it not stop people? I think I think that's worth questioning, and not just assuming that a warning label is going to work or not. But it would be a good question, I think, to see like, hey, over in this town there are warning labels, and over in this area there are no warning labels. Does it actually have an impact statistically on whether people do it more or less? Because I sure wouldn't know from my perspective. One thing I do know is that slapping a label on it and then calling it a day, like calling it like, okay, we did our part in spreading awareness about this thing, I think does not make sense. And I draw on personal experience from that, thinking about how it's talked about in the education system. Over here we had, for example, program called DARE. I don't know if I think they still do have it. And when I think back on it, they really didn't educate people much about that kind of stuff, drugs, addiction, sobriety, et cetera, et cetera. They didn't really talk about that stuff. They just kind of like tried to force feed propaganda into like, yeah, all of it's bad, don't do all of it, like, et cetera, et cetera. It was almost like disinformation, actually. And probably was like counterproductive to a lot of people. When I wonder if they just actually gave real information, then there would be, for example, fewer overdose deaths if they actually gave real information about some of those things instead of just outright like honestly lies. A lot of the things I've learned in those programs turned out to be like actually just patently false. So I totally question the approach in the way a lot of that stuff is handled, and also just even the base principle of treating many of those matters as criminal matters rather than health matters. A lot there that I have found questionable. Anti-smoking campaigns for some, and then suddenly nothing. So you had half the high school kids smoking. Yeah. So do you smoke, TD? I thought you were vaping. Both, yeah. Ooh, that's coming off as either too dark or not enough area of darkness. You know what? It just needs to go in a sort of a gradation here. Okay. Hmm. I can just continue with this. And then paint in again with a slightly lighter color. Boy, 20 plus a day, that's quite a lot. I was never able to handle that much when I was a smoker. When I was a smoker, I was smoking like 3 or 4 a day. And then on like bad days, well, I would call them bad days because I didn't feel well. When I was doing it, I would smoke like about twice as many as that on like the more extreme days. Basically, days that I'm either staying up late, maybe drinking out on a night drinking or something like that. I would never have been able to do as many as 20 in a day. Okay. Just thought I lost my work there. You grew up around your dad. It was 2 liters of vodka and 60 cigarettes a day. Yeah, people seem to have really varying ranges of tolerance. I have an extremely low tolerance for almost everything, actually. So, for example, 2 liters of vodka, like 2 shots of vodka would just totally destroy me. There's definitely going to be a part here where it gets really dark. And that's going to be here, this whole part. It's going to be darker than the rest of that. Man, I don't know why it bothers me so much. That part underneath the trunk is just so much darker than everything else in the picture. I think I just gotta not use that darkest color. Gotta tone it back to the second darkest color. You stopped drinking a few years ago. Maybe you'll have a blue wicked. What is a blue wicked? Feels too dark. Yeah, absolutely. I can't. I can't condone this. It's gotta change. So I realize you can't see my color picker window. I've got this dark and this dark, and I'm just gonna have to go with something halfway in between. Yeah. And then the second darkest. Just imagine a 250 milliliter with 4% alcohol in it. Yep, I haven't drank in I haven't drank or smoked anything since the pandemic. Since the lockdown. March. Wasn't exactly a very conscious decision either. It just happened. Some on the eraser. You can't stand the lockdowns. To your local card shop. What's a card shop? Are you talking about like the place where you would go like for Magic the Gathering? Ah, yes. There's been no sort of online outlet for that. They have what do they have? They have Magic the Gathering Arena. Does that not scratch the itch? Yeah, it's not the same. I know what you mean. Oh, you don't play Magic. What cards do you play? Dragon Ball Super, Card Fight Vanguard. Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Cool. Gonna tone it way back on this darkness. Screw it. We're not going that deep into shadow here. I think I'm just gonna be happier with a less contrasty backlight. You can have a little bit here. But it was just sort of beginning to sort of dominate the picture. I mean, it might be less correct or whatever, but I feel better about it already. Okay. Your second darkest gray under the trunk looks to the. Yep, just changed it. Still something looks a little off about that leg, but I don't want to get stuck on my progress here. So I'm just going to go to the other parts of the drawing and come back to whatever needs to be come back to. Elephants have a big eye, but the sun is harsh, so we're not probably going to really see much of it. What we are going to see are a whole bunch of wrinkles. Around the eye. And under the eye. Very abstract. You have a creative mind, you love drawing, you never could draw on the computer. Yeah, it's kind of a decent shift. I'm not used to drawing on the computer either. I would definitely feel more comfortable doing this with pen on paper, but that's why I'm doing it. Photoshop is expensive as hell. I don't pay for it. I didn't pirate it either. I got a license for free thanks to my part-time job. One of them. I don't expect I'll have it forever. But it's a full account, so I'm lucky and I have all the Adobe stuff, access to, I think, all of it. So other things I do use are Premiere for video editing, Audition for audio editing. I use Illustrator for certain vector graphics. Oh, I use Lightroom for photo editing. I used to use InDesign quite a lot for print materials, but not recently, especially not with pandemic lockdowns. No more in-person events to print things out for. Yep. Yep, they removed the old versions of Photoshop. I assume that was sort of a marketing thing to get people to to try them out and then get used to them and then want to have the full continue using the full version or something, almost like a free trial maybe. There is a program that a lot of artists are using called Clip Studio Paint, which I've watched some art streamers use it, and it looks like probably better to do drawing with than Photoshop. I'm gonna do some of this left side of the trunk stuff. Basically going to create some angles to this. And then cut back into it with the lighter color. So. So flat tops, angled bottoms. Photoshop can do so much, yeah. A lot of it is honestly optimized or like designed for photo editing. So for drawing, some of it is... It doesn't feel like it's designed for drawing sometimes. Whereas Clip Studio Paint very much feels like it is designed for people to do digital painting with. Well, it's almost 6 a.m. Yeah, it's been weeks since we played Among Us. Yeah, we definitely got to get some games in. It's been a while. Or maybe some of those other games too, if you like the Codenames game and whatnot. You know where to find me. We'll talk on Discord. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Alright, let's see. How thick am I going to make this grass? I would say pretty thick because it's going to be to the extent that we're not going to really see the bottoms of the feet. Yeah, that should work. Alright, how's this looking? It's not done. I'm just trying to scope out what parts are not there yet, what parts are working, and what aren't. Let's see, it's mostly there. There's a bright spot near the hind leg that seems like it's kind of sticking out in a weird way. Front left leg looks okay. The leg behind the trunk still looks a little off. Still looks like something I would want to fix. The right side of the trunk over our left looks okay. Left edge of the head looks okay, but that dark contour line is too dark. It's attracting attention to it. I want to go over that in a lighter color. Yeah. Okay. The ear shadows on the side of the ear look okay, mostly there, but a little bit too rounded maybe. A little bit too rounded. This shadow, I mean this highlight here is just too large. I'm gonna quickly change that. Yep, I feel better about that already. That hind leg there is looking really smooth now. Don't know about that. Definitely want to give it like some texture. If that's too simplistic or if that's gonna work. And I think it is gonna work. Yeah, that helps. I think I might just need to treat this leg with textures instead of going full dark. Looks very textured. But I will end up leaving that for another time. Go back on the grass parts. Hey, Dominus Belly, welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing? And what are you all up to? Thank you so much for visiting. I gotta give you a shout out. Shout outs. What have you been streaming today? What were you up to? Hey, I'm doing good. I'm actually just drawing an elephant right now. I've been drawing viewer requests. So somebody requested this elephant. It's in progress. Recently finished this wolf for dark. And finished this kraken for mixed up panda. And did this crying crab for Ara. And yeah, I've just been doing a bunch of requests here. Working on this elephant right now. I started tonight with just this contour drawing done, and I've been doing sort of the underpainting parts of it. You weren't streaming building a Twitch bot. That is something I'm really interested in learning more about. But I'm not very good at implementing APIs. I do make video games. Actually, today we were doing. I don't know if you've heard of if you're familiar with Global Game Jam, but that event is happening this week. So we were doing something with respect to that. For those who aren't familiar with Global Game Jam, it's a annual event that takes place all around the world, where people make a game based on a theme for oh yeah, I made a command for it. People make a game based on a theme, and the theme was revealed earlier today. So we all watched that together, and are letting those ideas sort of percolate in our head. I was thinking I wanted to do something like a kind of a Twitch layout game, but if I did something like that, it would have to be like very prototypey and not maybe not actually implementing the API and probably just managed controlled manually by the streamer. But I was thinking something like wanting to do an idle game, an incremental game, so something that also wouldn't take the streamer's attention, and could be something that they could mostly just leave running. But yeah, 48 hours or a couple of days is not a lot of time to get to make a very big and full featured game. So I host a site. That's why a bunch of us were watching it together. I usually host a site in New Jersey. I host the largest. Well, there's like 900 plus locations that do it worldwide. And so I co-host the largest site in New Jersey. Last year we had 90 people working on it together. Hey, oh, you from New Jersey too? Welcome to the stream, Brandon. Yeah, someone said New Jersey. Yep, I'm from New Jersey. And yeah, we had 90 people. Let me pull up. Last year, and then the event hasn't started yet, so we're still collecting signups. I don't know how many people we're gonna have this year, but I think it might be a similar number. This is our jam site, and we have 60 jammers registered now. The event officially starts on Friday, and people tend to sign up last minute sometimes. So I think we're gonna have a similar number. Honestly, maybe even more than last time, especially since we're not restricted by geography this time. But Monday was an early theme reveal. They're doing it differently this year because with the lockdown and everybody's remote, and like they're to be more flexible, because not everyone's gonna be like at the same building anymore. So they just let people know the theme early. They can think about it, or they can start working early if they want. But it'll run Friday through Sunday, and for the first time, I'm going to be streaming a bunch of it. Have I ever heard of an event called Hack RU? Rutgers, right? Or it's a hackathon at Rutgers. Do I remember correctly? Does that sound right? You're from New Jersey, you live in NYC now. Yeah, I'm local to New York City. Before the lockdown, I was commuting into and out of New York City, and that's probably how I got COVID in March. Doubling up on that NJ Transit plus the MTA, I probably got exposed to like a lot of people. Yeah, rip. It was a bad time, but that was long ago now, way back in March. But yeah, I guess my point was I'm close to New York City. Thank you. Yeah, I'm totally fine. Thanks for the follow, Brandon. I'm doing great. It's been it was ages ago, it feels like. And I'm glad that this event is not happening in person. We are doing this all online. Let me see here. Let me pull up a map. Right now there are 583 jam sites. That's quite a bit fewer sites than last year. We had 900 something sites around the world last year. Let's see. So yeah, there's 6 in the immediate New York City area. I guess that's lumping mine in here. We got Bloomfield, Newark, and then 4 in New York City. The pins are probably not necessarily in the right place because they're not in physical locations this year. We have 14 in this greater area, 9 sites in the Washington area, and so on. I believe the largest jam site in the world was in Egypt last year. I think they had just hundreds of people there. I don't know how they did that. Yeah, all over the world. We got Australia, New Zealand, South Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia. Got Russia, some places in the Middle East. Got some African locations, South American. Usually they do the secret theme reveal like at local time zones. So the first people to get the theme are New Zealand, and the last people to get the theme are Hawaii. That's how it usually is. But this year they just gave it to everyone all at once, and that happened a couple hours ago. So yeah, this weekend I'm going to be streaming. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it. Basically, I'm going to be streaming, from my point of view, developing the game. I might run some co-working Pomodoro timers a little bit also. I might be popping into the Discord and convincing other people to share their screen and show off what they're making on the stream and stuff. And yeah, Game Jam is pretty much exactly the same concept as a hackathon. I'm not going to work on it 24/7. I am not that tough. I actually appreciate that they gave out the theme a little early because I kind of think I do want to spread out the same amount of work over another day or two. Cause yeah. I think there's kind of like a sort of a moment here. I don't know. I mean, I think in a lot of tech companies, it's actually better than in game studios regarding like crunch culture. So, and game jams and hackathons are kind of coming under a little bit of scrutiny in terms of like, oh, hey, not scrutiny, but like just some discussion or like, oh, hey, are they like kind of like, are these the types of events kind of promoting like overwork? And it's a fair question, especially like if they're introductions to these fields for some people where you introduce people to the field through an event like this, which is like a fun event and a fast-paced and a creative event. But there's also people there who are tryharding so hardcore, and they're like bringing sleeping bags into the building, and you know, they're pulling all-nighters, drinking coffee all throughout the night, and kind of doing some badge of honor stuff with it. And I understand it. It's a hackathon. You own your own work, and that's why you want to go hard. But I guess I also understand the other side of it because I have also worked in companies and game studios where where we'd have to pull all-nighters for work that we don't own. I just dropped my pen. And, you know, bad working conditions and stuff, no overtime pay, etc. And, you know, so yeah, that's kind of a thing to think about. So I know for some time I've made it my personal goal to like treat myself well during these events and sleep normal amounts of time, eat really well, and be healthy. And ever since I started doing that, I actually had a lot more fun at these events. Yeah, I can promote a culture of overworking for sure. I mean, I know I can take it a certain way and responsibly be like, oh, I'm only going to work X amount of time and do whatever. But, you know, I don't know. Some people will take it a certain way and go all the way, and then maybe maybe young people, students or whatever will see that and emulate that, and then maybe almost, I don't know what the actual impact is. But I do know that I enjoy it very much. I enjoy game jams and hackathons and stuff, and the time pressure and the constraints, the extra constraints on it, definitely stimulate a lot of creativity for me. But yeah, I do have like very PTSD like memories about bad places that I've worked in, where they were also like, hey guys, crunch this out in 48 hours. And there's like this eerie similarity to it that I don't like. It's really not the game jam or the hackathon's fault. It's really more the company's fault for trying to do something like that. Yes, very valuable, and very valuable for so many reasons. You know, try out an idea that you wouldn't do on a normal long-term project. Work with people you have never worked with before, and you know you get to practice your ideas, your implementation, and your speed, and you know, converting your ideas into, or translating your ideas into a scope and a time constraint, and thinking about that. I think it's all good practice for that, and I enjoy practicing that and getting better at it. Oh, you ran Hack RU for a bit. But for the corporate hackathon, you gave it extra 2 days so people didn't stress. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. Yeah, a little nervous about doing it on stream, but I think I'll be fine. I'm pretty new to streaming in general. I've been streaming for about a month and a half now. Month and a half. And I actually started streaming for playing Among Us. I play a lot of Among Us. And then when playing Among Us, you know, you die a lot, and sometimes you're waiting, or sometimes you're just waiting for the lobby to fill up with 10 people. So I started drawing in between rounds. Because it's been a long time since I've drawn, and I also am not used to drawing on a computer, so I figure why not use streaming and the stream to do new things and to try to get better at those things. And I guess now I'm just doing requests for people in terms of what I'm drawing, and that's I don't know. That's why we're here, I guess. 36-hour hackathons. Yeah, I've actually tried some. Occasionally, I've done like a 12-hour event, and obviously you can get a lot less done in 12 hours, but it was actually refreshingly nice how much lower the stakes were. You struggled for 2 hours today with OAuth because of white space in URLs. Yeah, this is why I'm not a programmer. Like, that's not my background. I only learned as much as I needed to from making games. But yeah, that's why I don't do like API stuff during these events. That is like not for me. You know, go to hackathons to code, to meet people and hang out with friends. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. What I think I can show you guys is what I made in previous years. Usually make pretty small things during these events. This was not last year, but the year before. I made this with my partner. The theme was what home means to you. And I know I wanted to make a puzzle game because I didn't really make puzzle games before, and I know I wanted it to make something mobile compatible. So I just made this stacking puzzle game. It's Box 2D as a physics engine. And it's an HTML5 game, and you just get these blocks with the blue outlines into the spaces with the blue outlines. But you gotta build up to it. And you're making a house for an animal here. Right here. So you gotta make it so that it doesn't overlap. Like it doesn't block the animal there. And that's satisfying the requirements. So you can hit next and you move your little animal in there. And there's just a handful of levels. So pretty small, simple games. Can't really make something too huge in such a small amount of time. And I'm like speedrunning this level because I know the solution. If you don't, like I imagine people might mess up on like these pieces are like too wide to fit down here. So if you use it as a base, it's blocking the giraffe from moving in. So you gotta put the wide pieces on top. And I guess if you get this wrong, you might, well, actually you can still fit it there. Hold on. There we go. We got a little giraffe in there. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how this one came out. I haven't made a lot of puzzle games before this. Also, that was another thing I wanted to challenge myself on. I had made more like, well, either for my day job, I had made a bunch of casual games, which are like kind of arcadey or not like puzzle, not thinky puzzles, more like action puzzles. And then for other like personal games, I've made a lot of like platformers or action games. So here we wanted to just try a mobile puzzle game as the challenge. And then yeah, for this weekend, before knowing what the theme is, we also had a similar goal, like in terms of we wanted to make a specific type of thing, which was a yeah, I want to make like a Twitch layout game, something that sits on the layout and has like a little character moving around, or just like a plant that grows and people can put channel points to make it grow or something like that. But whatever I made would just be like, I guess, a proof of concept of that idea and something that I guess the streamer would have to click on manually, because I do not want to do Twitch API stuff in that limited amount of time. I'm not confident in being able to do that. Placing the animal in the end, yeah, that was kind of almost like a weird, not controversial, but some other designers were like, well, why'd you put that in there? It's like not actually necessary for the game. And we're like, but it's cute. Twitch API is rough. Yeah, we're working with today. Yeah, I have zero confidence in implementing that, even if I had like weeks. So can I get away with never implementing it? Maybe. If it's really just like an idle game, an incremental game, and the streamer would have to control it manually, but only when something big happens, like 10,000 channel points, or like once you reach a certain number of bits, then you press something. Then it'll be manageable. You only click it. You only have to alt-tab from whatever you're doing. I don't know. It actually sounds annoying. It would be much better if it was automatic and had API integration. But anyway, I got plenty of time to think about how to design around that. Design around lack of programming skills. I had another one that I made in a previous year. I really like making these small and simple things. Because working on long projects is like kind of mentally exhausting. And so it's like really satisfying to make something really small and quick that can just be finished in like a weekend. Here's another one from a previous year. This is a little more straightforward. As like an action game. But it's really difficult. I have to like make it, well, I'm not gonna change it, but it should really have been made to be like an easier game because it's very difficult. It's basically like a Castlevania type thing where you have a basic attack, this punch, but then you can pick up these items to use as weapons. So if you press up and attack, it uses the item. So that's a bottle of seltzer. It does splash damage. And items are in the lanterns. Break them and get them out. The apples bounce off of walls. It's kind of like a Castlevania bullet hell type of thing. Oof. But I watch people play this and they get impatient. They like run in. Oh, we got some slowdown here. Why is that? It's probably my computer. And that I'm running Photoshop and Streamlabs and a bunch of stuff all at the same time. Because this is a very lightweight game. Hold on, what is going on? Pause this. What is going on? On this note, I am upgrading my RAM because my computer is slowing down and freezing a lot when I've been streaming and running Photoshop and a bunch of stuff at the same time. I didn't think this game would actually cause a problem though. Probably still more optimized than Cyberpunk. Oh man. But yeah, thanks to streaming, I am upgrading my RAM. I think basically through like whatever subs and bits I've been getting over the past, since I started, I got enough to actually get a couple of RAM sticks. So I ordered them actually this morning and should be getting them by the end of the week. So I'm excited about that. Because sometimes when I'm drawing here on stream, my Photoshop just completely freezes and then I have to wait like 5 seconds before I can start drawing again. And I'm really not sure why that was lagging up that hard. Let me check my task manager. I mean, yeah, I'm at full memory and maybe I have too many browser tabs open or something. Close them all. The struggles. How much RAM do I have currently? I have 8 gigabytes. It's kind of pathetic because I have like 8 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 8 RAM slots, and I just have the 2 sticks that it came with, which was the minimum, and a total of 8 gigs. So I think what I got is 32 more. So I'm gonna have a total of 40. Yeah, probably not enough for streaming. It's basically like the minimum. It was fine until I started like, it was fine for like just Streamlabs and just like Among Us. Once I tried starting to like also like have Photoshop open, that's when I started actually noticing. But yeah, I am looking at this elephant and seeing what I need to do to it. I know there was the section on the back leg here that I wanted to update. The left trunk, I think it's okay for now. There are these shadows, which are the right color, the right place, but the corners of them are just a little bit too rounded. So I'm going to add some texture to the edges there. And right here, I'm just going to continue this color upwards. I have been wanting to be a little bit less perfectionist about them and just do them faster. Especially because I now have a backlog of requests that I should be really getting through. Because I think some of those other ones I have been taking kind of a long time on. I don't know how many of them I cycled through and showed you, but I did the wolf, the kraken, the crab, the Eevee, the vampire, the turtle, the axolotl, the pug, the leopard. And for the most part, these were all done like in between games of Among Us. It wasn't until recently that I started doing just streams of just drawing, because I had to catch up a lot on the requests. I was definitely starting to fall behind on them. Yep. Oh, you like the axolotl? Thank you. They always have that silly little smile. What kind of animal is just like that always? I don't know. I gotta open up your thing and make sure I don't forget to hit you up with the follow. Yeah, I'm gonna check out some of your VODs actually. I want to learn more about Twitch API. Cool. Let me see. I said I was gonna fix up the roundedness of these corners. I think I will try to do that. This last stream was scuffed. You didn't push your code. By the way, how did you end up in here? Were you just browsing who else was streaming on the category? Just looking through science and tech. Cool, yeah. This is the first time I'm streaming under this category. I realize what I'm doing right now is more the art category than the science and tech, but it was before because we were going through that game jam stuff earlier. But I expect to be, I mean, I will be streaming on this category for the event, throughout the event basically, because I'll be working on the actual game. And I've always been like meaning to stream game dev because I do that, and I don't know, I've just been streaming video games and art. And I've been putting it off kind of, but you know, the event's coming up, so this is a good way to start. And a bunch of my friends stream on science and tech. They do like live coding and co-working sessions and stuff. And another one of my friends streams, and she's working on a Twitch integrated thing also. Some kind of thing that creates an aquarium for each person in the chat that they can like add things to. Seems pretty cool. She's using Unity and with Bolt, and it looks like a pretty cool tool for it. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Let me see if I can remember the spelling of her username. I'm gonna have to type it. Dr. Mikachu. I think that's it. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, you should check her out. The thing she's making is a Twitch integrated thing. I think I overdid it on the right side of the ear there. So let me dial that back a little bit. And she's also a game dev. And one of her latest games that she worked on is Code Romantic. It's pretty cool. It's like a visual novel. You know, typical, got some like, what do you call it? Like a romance story aspect to it, but they're programmers. So in the game, you have to like come up with functional lines of code. So in a way, it sort of indirectly teaches people how code works, I guess. Yeah, she's cool. She seems like she knows what she's doing. I think she's been streaming for a long time, and I am totally new to this. And to be honest, the thought of developing on stream like kind of stresses me out. It really shouldn't, I guess. I just have to go and try it and do it and get it done with, and then I'll be like, oh, that wasn't that bad. That's exactly how everything else I've streamed so far has been. Basically having anxiety about being bad at the thing that I'm doing, but then doing it and then nobody says anything about how bad you are or anything. And then all that happens is they watch you over time get better, and that's pretty cool. Like I didn't realize I would enjoy streaming as much until I actually started it. Yeah, people are generally supportive and not judgy, totally. And it's really cool to just see what other people in other streams, what they're doing and what they're working on, or like what they're talking about and stuff. And yeah, it's been really cool. A bunch of people try to help you solve issues. Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna put a temporary background on this just so I could see the edges a little better. Yeah, it's kind of working. Okay, now that I see that, these contours on the bottom are just kind of standing out too much. So I'm gonna make them match the color that they are. Yep, feeling much better about that. Same idea down here. Yeah, big improvement there. I see a little bit outside of the lines here on top, so I'm just gonna clean that up. And then I won't need to change the color of it. Oh, thank you. I've recorded those sounds with my mic. I take my mic out hiking sometimes. And I've recorded that out in Connecticut. I have a handful of other locations that I've been meaning to like edit and then get like a rotation of them going on for the stream, but I've just sort of got this one segment looping for a while. Nice. Soften the edge here. I'll actually make that whole part go darker. And main thing that sticks out is his left contour here. It's just gotta match the darker color here, I think. Do I hike around Delaware Water Gap? I've only been once. I went to Mount Tammany, which is on the New Jersey side of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and that was a great hike. I really liked it. It was really, really cool. And it wasn't like a big, difficult one either. But that's the only... I know the Delaware Water Gap is like a lot. There's a lot more than just that one spot because it goes for miles. So I know there's some other cool spots. I know there's some, I can't remember the name, but there's a spot with like some waterfalls and stuff that people talk about. But yeah, I only went to this one location, Mount Kittatinny, also known as Mount Tammany, for that spot, that particular spot. And it was really good. What I do know about it also is that it is very crowded at times because it's a popular spot. So I just did the thing that I kind of always do, which is go really, really early in the morning. I went, it's about an hour drive from where I live, so I think we left at like 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. to arrive there at like 1 hour 6 or 6:30 or something, and it was cool. We were like the only ones there. There were a few other like early people who were, I guess, doing the same thing. But I remember around the time we were leaving, there were just tons of crowds of people that yeah, that's my tip. Go early. It's not that I mind people, but it seems like the types of people who come later are the types that are more likely to be in very large groups, talking very loudly, doing things like carrying portable music speakers and littering. Yeah, one of these days when it's easier to travel, you'll have to visit it. Earliest hike you've ever done was 3 a.m. in Colorado. I bet that was awesome. I did some really memorable hikes in Hawaii, which is crazy because I could never imagine ever being able to go to Hawaii, but I like freaking won a free trip. I literally won a free trip to Hawaii, and it's crazy how lucky I am. But I won a free trip in a contest and actually got to go, and I was like, I'm not gonna squander this. I like researched like what to do there and stuff and where to stay, and like planned out all of these hikes and stuff, and that was the coolest thing, was all the hikes and the snorkeling. But yeah, I did some sunrise hikes out there, and it was just insane. YMCA in the Rockies. Got to see the sunrise at CM. Yeah, and man, I bet the mountains out there are beautiful, huh? All right, yeah, thanks for the raid and thanks for hanging out and chatting. It was a pleasure. I'm definitely gonna check out your VODs and see what, or check your next stream and see what you are building in Twitch, because I'm super interested in these like Twitch integrated apps and stuff. But yeah, thanks again so much for stopping by. It was definitely good chatting. Have a good night, have a good rest, and I'll see you next time. Just want to brighten up the contours here so that they don't have such a thick edge of gray. And let me check this against a white background. Yeah, it's working. Oh, thank you, Diva. I think I want to do more to suggest the actual shape of the eye. It's looking a little like a bean right now. The curve here is just a little too sweet. It's really a circle here and then a protruding kind of lid. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flatten this out a little more and cut into here a little more, I think. What I think I'm missing is the fact that there's sort of a structure that comes out in front and has like a top to it. It's a thing over here. So like that, just less. Oh yeah, it looks a little more like a lid over the eye, but something about it still needs to be a little bit corrected. Probably just the sharpness of this corner here. The top of it looks better, but I wonder if I cut into the roundness of it too much. There should be a little more of an angle to it. Might be okay, just need to get darker. Let me try the darkest black. I think maybe the bottom of it is a bit large. Making pretty good progress on this. All right. I think I might be at a point where I want to not look at it for a moment and then look back at it again a little bit later. All right, yeah. Stop looking at it. Just for a moment. Okay, look at it again. Okay, most of it's in the right place. I think something that stands out to me are... I know he's supposed to be wrinkly, but some of these lines are just a little too liney. I'm thinking down here, this line work here, it's either too busy or just too straight, too vertical. Something is off about all these lines. I think it's too busy. There's too many lines that are thin, thick, short, and long. So it has a feeling of inconsistency here. I'm not really bothered by the lines out around here. I think there's just... I think it can convey a little wrinkliness, but the ones in the shadow down here, I know they're coming out really small. This is at full size right here and shouldn't be too visible or too distracting. And again, let me check with a dark background. And looking with a dark background, I see the grass might need to be a little filled out in some areas. Now that I see with a dark background, this section right here bothers me a little bit because there should be grass of that other secondary color. Which one? Darker one? And that's a quick thing that I think I could just do right now. Yeah. Okay, that. And you know what, actually over on the right side too, there could be a little bit of that too. Okay, cool. I'm gonna wrap up here on the elephant. I think whatever issues I see right now with that lower leg, I think I can fix it with, I was about to say broader strokes, but I think I'm gonna go back in there with the solid color and then just really quickly do a hatch through it with very much thinner strokes, and then just do a hatched kind of coloration, a hatched shading for there, and then I think it'll just look cleaner and more consistent, and we'll look farther back into the background, and we'll basically solve everything. However, I'm not going to do that right now. So what I'm gonna do right now is raid somebody. I'm gonna end the stream and raid somebody new. I just browsed the art channel just now, the art category, and just tried to look up somebody who has a fewer number of viewers, under 10 basically, and I looked through their drawings and they look like they're pretty good. So I'm gonna pop in there and say hello and check out what they're working on. Looks like they're drawing some One Piece stuff. And so yeah, let's pop in there and say hello, show them some support, and yeah, thank you all for hanging out and talking and being here while I work on this elephant and talk about the hackathons and the game jams and all that stuff. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Let's go over there and I will see you all next time. Take care now.